I wish to even make one statement that if I not die for this medical school, I don't will die any other place. So
because once the concern just stop like this, you don't want to be in the pointing area. You want to be in a safe zone.
You just hide in between the junior students and all that. So
yes, I don't know. Where is the suffer? Where is the suffer? Where
they'll just take it for you, and then in medical school they'll tell you follow the girls.
Yes,
even
follow the girls.
Lecturers.
They should be in front. They should be the one talking. Men that have strong face like their own.
Stand our mama. Stand it. Come on, get up.
To our YouTube channel.
Welcome.
Yes, this is the Bubbles channel.
Yes.
Yes. Last week we talked about our journey. In preclinicals. Today we'll be talking about our journey in clinicals. Yes. We said medical school in Nigeria is our 6-7 years and it's divided into two parts: preclinicals and clinicals.
Yeah.
So check our last video to see preclinicals, our journey, and then stay tuned with us
as we
talk about our
take you through our journey. So it all started as we passed our second MB. We moved to clinicals, like we said in the other video. Now we get to see real life scenarios, real life cases,
real life patients,
diseases
and all
that have relatives that can change things for you. So we have to really sit up and note that when we were in preclinicals, we felt that we were struggling. That this is it. I wish to even make one statement that if I not die for this medical school, I know we'll die any other place. So because we felt that preclinical was the height.
That's the worst thing that could ever happen. Like you don't have time for anything. That's what we felt. Yeah, but now coming to clinicals, you now know that this is the real deal.
This is the real deal.
You actually don't have
not
time.
Dealing with cadaver again.
You don't have time for yourself. You don't have time for anything. You are facing real life situations. You have people that blood is flowing through their veins.
Yes.
Like there is touch and response.
Yeah, and there's time for everything. Like we're basically moving. We don't have time for ourselves.
Yeah, this was just the way our typical day. This was how it went. From 7 a.m. 7:30.
We're already running. If you see race
to morning review, there's what we call morning review, which is a clinical meeting that we normally hold. Now after clinical meeting, morning review.
Mind you can't come late for morning.
You can't come late for morning. I will burn you.
They will torture you. Is it that like in anesthesia that time you tell to kneel down, or you will stand, then they will ask you questions. They will not say the ones that answer, you go and sit down.
Yeah.
Or you will not even sign your manual. You will stand throughout. So everybody is rushing to get a space.
Make sure that you
are trying to get a space that is not close to where you can be bullied. The registrars will be at.
Because once the concern just stop like this, you don't want to be in the pointing area. You want to be in a safe zone.
You just hide in between the junior students and all that. So it was something else. And for morning review,
we will now go to the clinic. Yeah, that's the hospital building. And you must get there before your consultants get there. Our consultants are our senior colleagues. So in the clinic, basically, we do ward rounds. So you go from bed to bed, seeing patients one by one.
In your units.
Man, this I don't know how to explain it, but we spend long hours.
Ward round.
During ward rounds. People have even fainted during ward round.
People have fainted because you can't squat, you can't
stand
sit,
out.
You can't even lean. Sometimes the consultant just who is that person leaning there? You are doing call this night. You are automatically placed on call.
Extra call.
Leaning your back.
Sometimes you have to write an apology later.
Yes.
And
stating
why you squatted during morning review.
Give us 10 reasons why you squatted during ward round. And tell us why you will not do it again.
Exactly. Sometimes they will even threaten to call your parents and tell them that you are very, very unserious. We even forgot to add, during those ward rounds, you are being bamboozled with questions that you need to provide an answer for. If not, you receive insult of your life.
Different kind of insult that you soon sneeze out your brain.
That you have nothing in your skull.
Nothing.
You're not intelligent. You're not going to finish medical school. You will fail out.
Many funny things that you hear. Even sometimes when the ward rounds end early, some registrars, exam registrars, will now use you to solidify their stuff. The things that they have read.
As a matter of fact, it's even beneficial to you because you need to even stay back sometimes and learn on the go. Because if you don't apply yourself, if you don't come around, you won't know how to do most of all these things. So from clinic we go to class for lecture. Like you see the transition, Abby, we now go to class.
Sometimes even as you are still standing in ward round, you'll just put on your group page
that the lecturer is already in class. So you have to run from clinic to class, and then you now take your lectures. We even have some lecturers that will keep us as far as 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. We're still in class receiving lectures.
We're supposed to have 2 to 2:30 break, but some lecturers will ask the coordinator for your break time.
That's when they want to teach. They want to cover. It's not their fault. We have a lot of things that we need to cover. So we need to cover it within a very, very short space of time.
Then around that 7, you will just be tired.
Then when you now go, you now have to do calls. Yes, because we're being placed
we had units.
Yeah,
so
we had
your
units
unit
and
is on
calls.
call that day.
You have to go to call.
You have to go to call.
Because if you don't go, the next day they will ask you, where are the people that were on call?
But call is basically you staying throughout.
Yes, now you stay in the hospital now. If there's any special thing that happens, you have to be there. You have to know happened.
Yeah, because in the next day morning review.
Yes, they will call you, you stand up.
Yeah,
okay, sure you were there when these patients came. Okay, tell us.
What did your reg?
What did your reg do? What did you do? What was your part? Which part did you play in the management of this patient?
Oh my God. So you have to have something to actually
So there's no time for anything.
No time. Because after your call, or luckily maybe you're not the one on call, you have to still read.
Yeah, you have to read.
Cook. So that you can see something in your stomach.
If you have power to
That's if you have power to cook. Some people will sleep like a log of wood, and the next morning you are.
It starts again.
It's more like, I would say, rat circle now, or that's how they call it. It's a circle.
We're just going round and round like that. And the most annoying part of this thing, should I say annoying now, is that clinicals, everything we did in clinicals had a percentage that you need to achieve. Now, the worst part is that clinical meetings, that anything that has to do with clinic, hospital, is 100%. You cannot afford to miss.
When I first heard that, I was like, somebody can be sick.
Yes, you can be sick.
Has had a surgery.
Or something. Maybe you are coming to this thing, maybe you won't have accident or something. But they said clinicals 100%.
Their reason was...
Yeah, their reason is that you are dealing with...
You're dealing with black patients, so you cannot tell a patient that
I was not there when so and so thing happened.
I was not in clinical.
When you must experience all the cases and you must see everything that needs to be seen. Yes, as you should even do extra. Like you should be looking for special cases. You never see your own finish, you would find extra cases you're supposed to see. Then for classes, how many percent was classes?
It was 75%.
Yeah, 75%. You need to meet this percentage because if you don't meet the required percentage, you will not sit for exam.
You can't write exam. They had eligibility list.
So before our school, like a week before exam, they'll paste eligibility list.
Once your name is not there, just prepare for receipt because you will not write the exam. Or you will not take that CA.
Yeah, that is.
Depends on what the scenario is actually.
Yeah. So 300 level went past, and then I think we had to go to
Worry.
Yeah, we had to go to a different location for our pathology.
After the introductory posting.
Yeah, after introductory posting. For our pathology and pharmacology and introduction to obstetrics and gynecology. Yeah. This part of our lives was very interesting. Why so?
We're the only class in that Worry because it's just a hostel built for the particular class doing path and farm, pathology and pharmacology, and it was close to the general hospital. So, in extension, you could see a lot of delivery. We call it catching babies. You go and catch babies and see babies in special baby unit and all that.
Yeah, you could even assist in surgery.
Yes, you could assist.
And the rest.
You are allowed to do all that in the Worry class. But the sweet part was that it's just you people.
Yeah.
So you get to bond very well. You get to make a lot of noise.
You and your people. Like it's just it's you, we, that kind of thing. Yes. In the main hospital, you are with senior colleagues as well as junior colleagues and consultants and everything. But in this Worry class, it's just you guys.
It's just you.
You know how it is now when you are with your people. You can misbehave, you can express yourself anyhow you want to do it. Anything you want to do, you're just at liberty to do it.
We were actually going on well. So we're already bonding. Then one interesting thing happened. That period, Ponzi scheme just came out.
Hey!
Nowhere. Ponzi scheme just...
A Ponzi scheme came at a very wrong time in our lives. It was very, very close to one of our professional exams. That's the MB for Path and Farm class.
So
it was a major...
Most of us were distracted.
Major distraction for us.
We would just be in class like this. He don't pay.
And then people start taking excuses.
That's where I stopped. That's where I stopped jotting. I know they jot again.
People they find money. All the money that we made from Ponzi, I don't even know where. I don't know where the money go now. Man,
you just see all of us bring our phone.
And the lecturer will wonder what.
Yeah, you people going.
You just see people for our side for corner.
Confirm me.
Yes, I'm the one. Confirm me.
Confirm me. There's sometimes you hear in class. Oluchi, confirm me. Confirm me. I mean,
oh my God, Ponzi scheme that period was mad.
It was interesting, but we made money. But I really don't know what we did with that money.
We were still able to scale through. At least it got to a point where we now have to get our heads back in the game.
Yes.
Like
sometimes when you're hearing Twitter, you're hearing this one, you're hearing that one, twinkers, okay? You just like gas read. So that was it for Worry class. And then at least we still scaled through. Yeah, God's grace. We wrote our MB and then we scaled through, and then we went back to the main the other people. Hospital. Yeah. So in our medical school, we have a manual for each department, which was part of our clinical assessment. So. Yes. You have it's more like a task of things that you are meant to do. Like at the end of the day to be assessed, and then your reg will sign. Yeah. Then your consultant will countersign, and at the end they will count it to know that you can write the exam. And sometimes they score you from whatever you get in that. So you just have to struggle to fill that manner as much as you can.
So for example, you have a number of blood samples you have to take. You have a number of catheterization you have to do. You have a number of theater sections you have to attend. Then
at least the setting of IV lines, you could go and meet the emergency nurse and say, sir, please let me just cut plaster for you. You cut plaster and then you now write the patient's name that you are the one that did it. Yeah, the one that did it. Or you struggle and say, sir, please guide my hand. But you see that theater, you have to be there.
Yes, because your consultant, your gakpata is the one that is going to be assessing you and doing it.
Yes, they will assess you. And the 3 places you are supposed to tick is either you tick that you observed, so you saw what they were doing, or you assisted or you performed it.
And there's a limited number to observation.
Yes, I think
it's 5 now.
5.
If you've observed 5 times, you cannot sign for observe again. You have to either assist or perform. Okay. So for assist, normally what assist means is that you are the one who is going to be on the other side of the table. Yes, so you are the assistant surgeon, right? But men, who won't allow you go? You whenever start like whenever know anything.
First of all, we had consultants, we had hierarchy.
Yeah, you have hierarchy. So
we are
the least in the chain of command.
There's a meme that says, even after the dustbin, before they see. It's that bad that sometimes they keep us outside. We will not be observing from the TV.
Yes, we watch the
so that we don't feel.
So how we sign our assist then is, for example, if they send you to go and get blood from the blood bank. You don't assist with that too. They'll
say fine girls are the ones that will clean the surgeon. So we just go and grab gauze.
And then clean surgeon's sweat. You don't assist with that.
That's it too. Just say, sir, remember I was the one that cleaned your sweat. You now smile. Fine girl privilege.
I feel generally girls are more girls I don't know. Boys they suffer well.
They'll just take it for you and then in medical school they'll tell you follow the girls.
Yes, follow the girls.
Lecturers.
They should be in front. They should be the one talking.
They'll tell you your group leader should always be girls.
Yeah.
So and my group I was always the girl. So most times I'm either group leader or assistant.
Yeah.
So they feel not necessarily because of devices. They just feel when these are consultants, they are stressed and they are seeing pretty a very faces. Pretty innocent face. They are calm and they are saying
men that have strong face like their own.
Stand our man. Stand come on, get up. So that's just.
Oh my God!
That's just what it was. Then can you remember that another highlight we had in our school was the Saturday classes when we are approaching our final and
we do classes on weekends. Sometimes we even do exams on weekends.
On weekends.
Yeah. So you just be in your room. You already be aware that you're going to have a test. That's that weekend. So by 7 p.m. bam, everybody gets an email.
Everybody just sit
as it land, bam.
Just arrange
your question. Yes, so the question drops, and then you within an hour you answer the question.
Sometimes we even open. We just open our textbook down.
You will not have to, even if you have textbook, they will tell you.
Because the time.
1 hour you write, back. After 1 hour, you snap and you submit. Yeah. And if you don't submit at the stipulated time, forget it. You've lost that mark already.
That back.
So that was one peculiar thing about our school. I don't know if they still do it till now.
Yes, I don't know. And maybe other medical schools might have their own peculiarities. Our own, we also had, they invite us for Zoom meetings.
Yeah, we used to do Zoom meetings then. Weekends that you're supposed to be free.
Yeah, and
they'll be occupied.
It mainly happens on weekends. So you don't really have
time for anything. If you were supposed to have skills, maybe develop your skills or acquire new skills, or you had other plans with life, extracurricular activities, you can't.
Like that.
You can't.
Then came the period when we had to write our final MB,
the one that determines whether you become a medical doctor or not.
That one.